Good morning, Lourdes.
Good morning, Maria. How are you?
I'm doing really good. Having a pleasant morning so far. Had a lot of laughs already.
Well, it's good to laugh.
Yeah, it is. It's very
For
good.
sure.
Very good. So today we go back to, we're going to be in this kind of mode all month, talking about relationships. And, today we're going to focus on how to rekindle the relationship if it started to feel like maybe you're not connecting as you were before. So today's segment is about how you can rekindle that connection. And also just a reminder that, love doesn't just disappear. It erodes over time. But the good news is that we can start feeding and rekindling the love that you have with the other person at any time, really.
Yeah. I mean, if you feel like, last week we left you a little bit in a dark place with, the relationship showing signs of suffering and neglect. But today, we want to give you some suggestions for things to try if you feel like your relationship is kind of in that place where you want to rekindle it and bring it back to life. You need to resuscitate your relationship. So
right.
Don't lose hope. Don't feel like it's too late or anything like that. It's like Maria just said, it's never too late to reignite the emotional intimacy, for example. And one way to do this is to ask meaningful questions and allow yourself to be vulnerable and provide a safe space for your partner to feel safe in sharing. Making deep conversations a daily practice will help to reignite that emotional intimacy and create deeply engaging conversations.
Right. Pay attention to each other. I think that it's a lot of paying attention to each other. And then, encourage individual and shared growth. So support each other's, personal goals, for instance, whether, they want to read a certain number of books per month, or they want to work out, or they want to spend more time with their family or a little bit more time with some friends, whatever it is that you or your partner want to do, have a conversation about it. These are my personal goals. Are there things that you don't do because we're together? I think that, your interests are important to me. It's not just about us. It's about our individual lifestyles as well. And then also find shared purpose where you can explore and evolve together, whether it's travel, it's trying new adventures in and around your city, or taking a little quick road trip and exploring another place, whatever it is, even if it's a shared, where you want to read a book together, anything that rekindles, or you want to watch a series together, but you're communicating. You're not just sitting there together. You're having conversations about things that you're interested in, and maybe exploring different philosophical thoughts or something around that, something like that, something that moves both of you.
It doesn't have to be philosophical.
I would prefer it.
Another avenue to consider is improving the way that you communicate in the relationship, and improving the way that you handle conflicts, conflict resolution. Mm-hmm. If you find yourself arguing a lot, bringing in some calmness, some mindfulness, stopping, right? To notice what's going on, and to maybe take a break and schedule the conversation for a little bit later. replacing blame with curiosity, looking for the why behind the behavior. What are the needs that are not being met? What's going on for your partner emotionally? That will give you clues to why they're behaving in a certain way. And also listen with empathy. Learn to listen with empathy. Learn to really pay attention to what's being said, because then you can further grasp what the needs are. And if you're one of those people who have fallen into the trap of expecting your partner to read your mind, clear communication is essential.
Right. I mean, if you have a rough day at work and you need some downtime to replenish, but there's a bunch of things that have to be done in the house, tell your partner, hey, I need to replenish before I get started with whatever it is. Can you start without me? Or, whatever it is, instead of, I need to replenish, let's go out to dinner instead of cooking dinner, whatever it takes. But communicate, as Lourdes said, that's such a key thing. And then the other thing is, focus on what's good, not just what's missing. Oops, wait a second. I meant to say try something new together. Which is back to, exploring, doing different things that are available to you instead of just doing the same things. And I think that's important as an individual as well, trying different things. It's just like it's easier for us to introduce new things to our kids, but it should be easy for us to introduce new things to each other in partnership as well. Whether it's trying a new restaurant, a new sport, any kind of new activity.
Yeah. And, that this rekindling of, trying new things together and strengthening those bonds, it can be something new, but it can also be revisiting something that you used to do in the past, in the early days, right?
Right.
And then there's one of my favorites is expressing gratitude. Everyone wants to feel appreciated. They want to know that what they're contributing to the relationship is being taken into account. It's being seen, and that you appreciate what they are bringing. So be sure to say thank you more often and focus on what's good, not on just what's missing. This sometimes we get into a pattern of constantly complaining about what's wrong, but it's important to look at the good that already exists.
Right. And this leads nicely into the, prioritizing that physical and emotional closeness by utilizing these, small gestures, such as, reaching out for your partner's hand, smiling at them, especially when you're in a group, a wink. It feels like they're being highlighted. And, when you love somebody and somebody gives you that extra attention, and especially when you're in a group, it does feel like a little highlight, and that goes a long way. It's a little spark that allows your partner to be seen and feel like they're being seen by the person that they've chosen to, spend the rest of their lives together with.
Yeah, it's important to give others the opportunity to really feel seen and valued, right? Especially, like you said, in a partnership, in a relationship, in a long-term relationship. Sometimes these are the things that kind of fall off the map, where we're no longer putting in that effort. We're no longer putting in that time to give them that special attention. So definitely worth doing. And ultimately, love isn't something that we find and keep. It's something that we nurture and grow. And if you feel love slipping away, don't wait until it's too late. Start today, because the greatest love stories aren't the ones that happen effortlessly, but the ones that are chosen every single day. Love is a practice, so choose it daily.
Yeah.
And as always, if anyone listening needs support, please reach out. We're here to help.
Thank you, Lourdes. Have a great day, everyone.